Hi guys, this is Angel and welcome to my YouTube channel, Angel's World. This is a podcast episode as well, and it's called The Dark Side of Manifesting. Now my podcast is called Silta. It's called Shit I Like to Talk About. So make sure you guys check that out as well, because I have a lot of other different podcast episodes on there that I haven't recorded on YouTube, because this is my first YouTube video. So yay me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the video. So the dark side of manifesting. Yes, there is a dark side. There's a dark side to literally everything. But when I say dark side, I don't necessarily mean like some evil type crazy stuff. No. But it does depend on who you are as a person. And I like to say this with everything, whether it's spiritual work or religious work, whatever you're doing, it all depends on who you are as a person and how you're using what you have. How are you using these resources? You know, are you using them for good, or are you using them for bad? Nothing is necessarily bad unless you, the person, you and whatever you're doing with these resources, make it bad itself. So when people like to put titles on spirituality and say that it's bad, that it's evil, no. Spirituality, it's literally open for anyone. But what you do and how you do it all depends on who you are as a person. Now, if you're doing it against other people, you know, like hexing and stuff, like I don't do all that stuff. No, I don't do that. Because it's just who I am as a person. Exactly. So I would like to mention, when you're manifesting, I know that there are people out there who like to manifest people catching feelings for them. There are people who like to manifest people into their lives. There are people who like to manifest relationships. And granted, I'm not judging anyone, but I will say I feel like, in my opinion, disclaimer, this whole entire episode is solely based off of my opinion and my experience. So I feel like if you're manifesting someone, I feel like it would be best to not do that. I'm sorry, my dog just walked in and just completely distracted me. But yeah, so manifesting other people, I'm not a big fan of it, because are just don't manifest. I just feel like if you try to manifest someone's feelings, like you're taking away that person's free will. You are not giving them any type of freedom for themselves. So let's not manifest on people's feelings. Like, try to get people to like you, or try to get people to text you, or just anything with a person's feelings and emotions involved is not positive. Generally, now this is my opinion. Now, if you want to manifest to get somebody to like you, get someone to text you, that's you. But at the same time, like I said, it depends on who you are as a person. And I just feel like if you're trying to manifest someone to like you, that's just it's possessive, and it's actually kind of scary, because out of nowhere, like, this person might actually be into someone else, but for some reason they just can't get you out of their head, and it's because you're manifesting them, and that's just not fair for either party. So I feel like that can be considered a dark side of manifesting, because you really have to be careful out here. Like, y'all don't know what these type of people be doing, like what type of person you are. And it all comes down to this type of work, like spiritual work and stuff. Like, what you do as far as spiritually, it really depends on who you are as a person. And I know a lot of people say that spiritual people who like do tarot readings and all this other stuff, like the stuff I'm into, they're like, it's bad depending on who you are, if you're like really into religion and Christianity. But like I said, both works, it really depends on who you are as a person, because you could be a Christian and still like be out here stealing money or smoking and just being a hypocrite and stuff like that. So either work, whatever you're doing spiritually or religiously, it depends on who you are and how you're using this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that I just have to put that out there, because I know there's a lot of controversy of the back and forth of spirituality and is it bad or good, but it's not. It's nothing. It's who you are, you know, how you use it, how you want to use it. So yeah, so with the manifesting, again, it's who you are as a person and what you're using and manifesting to get what you want. Now with money, if you're trying to manifest more money into your life, if you are trying to become more wealthy and bring in more abundance within yourself, I feel like that is something positive. But like I said, it depends on the way you do it. So if you're manifesting, as long as it's not hurting anyone else or yourself, as long as you're not so fixated on the thought of bringing in money, like if you're like so like I want money, you know, like, and you're losing the real reason for manifesting is so it can bring you to a better position in life. And you know, I also want to remind people that when they are manifesting, do not forget to be grateful for what you do have, like for what you already have right now, for what's already working for you, for the resources that you're already using. Be grateful for the now, because when you're manifesting, sometimes when it is not coming in or there's delays, it's because you're not grateful, one, for what you already have, two, you are so you're worried about whether or not it's going to come in. So let's just say, like, if you want a new house, like, and you're manifesting it, you really want to, you're like, it's like you're so, like, that's literally the only thing that's on your mind, and you're so focused on the future rather than just being in the present moment and just letting spirit, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, handle things. You know, I feel like that could become a dark side of manifesting, because people become slaves to their own desires. So it's just like you want this so much, but you're not really focused on what you do have already. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, bliss, we're sometimes we aren't where we want to be, and that can get to us emotionally and mentally. But we have to realize that there are people who are in worse situations than we are right now. Okay, so let's just thank the one up above and just really appreciate that we really are in better situations than we'd like to be. Yeah, it's not where we want. It's never what we want, but it's what we need at the moment. So yes, if your manifestations aren't coming in, if it's a delay, if you're like, oh my gosh, this stuff doesn't work, because it does. It's just because you need to be more grateful and be more present where you are and appreciate the things you have already, and especially with your family too, you know. So I know a lot of people, they get sidetracked with the future, with their desires, with their manifestations, and that could be a reason for it to be delayed and slowed down. And you can see that as it being like a dark side. Oh, this manifestation stuff doesn't work, it's for the birds, and people just make this stuff up like it's stupid. Like, no, like, let me tell y'all, manifesting really does work, and it's a lot similar to praying and wishing, okay, because it's all has to do here with your mind. And your mind is a powerful tool, okay? So when you're manifesting, your mind has to be in the right place, and your heart has to be in the right place too, because if you want it to work, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you deserve it. I mean, well, of course you deserve it, but like I said, it depends on what you're manifesting. Again, so don't be manifesting on other people. I just feel like that's weird and wrong. Yeah. And you have to be in your right mind too. So emotionally, you have to be emotionally, and you have to think with logic. Like I know a lot of people, they like to manifest with the whole money thing again. Like it depends on what you're manifesting. So if you're trying to manifest money, make sure that you are also putting yourself in the position to bring these blessings in, to bring these opportunities. So if you want like $1,000, you can't be out here just spending your money. And I'm not saying that you can't spend your money, but like really just think about the way you spend your money. Think about just how your finances are set up. Like if you want $1,000 and you get that $1,000, are you gonna spend it just like that? You know, so you have to really be careful why with your manifestations, and kind of like you have to be on the same vibration, the same level of what you're asking for and what you're manifesting. Because if you're praying for a new house, okay, do you have a job to keep you financially stable for your new house? Would you feel emotionally safe or physically safe if you were to move right now? You know, so those are just some things that you have to prepare for mentally, emotionally, and physically and spiritually for your manifestations. So that's why manifesting can have like its downsides, because some people, they just think, oh, if I want to manifest something, I'm going to do it just like that. But you have to realize that you have to work with it. You know, it's not like it's gonna, I'm trying to find the right word for it, but man, it's a tricky thing. But once you get the hang of it, you got it. Like, granted, it does have to depend on what you're manifesting. And I'm gonna keep repeating that because I really wanted to get into y'all heads that what you're manifesting is really important. So definitely become more aware of your thoughts and your feelings too. So like I was gonna tell y'all a story. I forgot. I got sidetracked. But one time I was manifesting money, and I kid you not, the third day when I was minding my business, okay, again, I'm not even worried about what I'm manifesting. I just let it go. So I'm just chilling. I see like $100 bill on the floor. I was manifesting money. $100 out of nowhere. Just right there in front of my face. And I'm just like, God, is that you? Seriously. So, like I said, you have to, don't be so fixated on what you're manifesting. Like, write it down or think of it, wish for it, pray for it, however you feel comfortable with your manifestations. But hold on, somebody's calling me. Definitely just put faith, believe, you know, use faith. Definitely trust yourself, trust God, and just like that. It's like magic. It really is like magic sometimes. You just have to believe that it's working for you already and not be so stressed about it. And I know sometimes I have to remind myself of that too, because I know I can be the same way. I can get fixated on why my manifestations aren't working as fast as I want them to, or aren't coming as fast as I want them to and stuff. And it's because I'm getting sidetracked of the real purpose, you know, of gratitude, gratefulness, all of that. So that is definitely something to keep in mind, is when you're manifesting, and why I like to see it as a dark side, because it can be like a dark side. You know, everything has its positives and everything has its negatives. Everything is a yin and yang energy, okay? There's never nothing that's all good, and there's never nothing that's all bad. So it's all balanced, and it all comes hand in hand. You know, you can't have the good without the bad. You can't have the bad without the good, okay? Granted, the good always outweighs the bad, but sometimes you need to experience the negatives so that way you can grow from it and learn from it and not do it again. Okay. So, yeah. Another thing I'd like to talk about for the dark side of manifesting is like the law of attraction. Now, there's like a whole bunch of different laws that I'm not going to get into because, like I said, it's a lot. And granted, I don't know much about the other laws. I know law of attraction and law of assumption, but they're basically all like manifesting or whatever. Now, law of attraction is when you try to become what you are attracting. And so, like, for instance, if you want to, like, you know how people say that they want to be the person, they become the person they want to attract or whatever. I'm sorry. No judgment. No judgment. No judgment at all. But I just feel like it kind of takes away of who you are in general. Because if you're trying to become someone you want to attract, and yes, I hope that is like a positive thing or a positive trait, I just kind of think it's, in a way, it makes you feel like you're becoming someone who you aren't, if that makes sense. I don't know. This is only going to resonate for people who is going to resonate for, so take it how you want it. But I feel like law of attraction, and it's not just for other people, it's not just for attracting people or whatever, it's for attracting whatever you want to attract. But at the same time, I feel like you need to be who you are. You need to be the most authentic self, your most authentic, like, I mean, like, I feel like I don't need to explain this anymore. Like, why would you, to me, it just kind of doesn't make sense. Like, yes, it depends on what you're trying to attract, and I get it. If it's positive, then yeah, go for it. But at the same time, why should you have to change to deserve, or to want to deserve good? Does that make sense? I feel like it makes sense to me. So, so the dark side of law of attraction, I feel like it kind of takes away of authenticity, and yeah, it kind of trains your mind to shape it into someone you're not. Because I know for me, when I've tried to do the law of attraction, it drains me, because I try to become someone I'm not, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm forcing myself to be perfect. So that's why I feel like law of attraction can be dangerous emotionally, not like, oh my god, but like really dangerous. Because it kind of makes me forget who I am as a person, like deep within myself. Like, I've tried to be so healthy that I've gotten sick. Well, I mean, I feel like if we all try to be healthy, at some point, if you're trying to change your diet, you do get sick. But, like, I just feel like it's not me. Like, I feel like every time I would try to be healthy, it drains me to the point where I feel like, oh my gosh, if I can't keep up with it. Like, I can't even keep up with the simple, like, y'all, let me tell y'all, I have a whole schedule to wake up in the morning at a certain time, to work out, walk my dog, meditate, this, that, and the third, just so I can attract the life that I want, the life that I deserve. That shit is draining. Okay, and my ear is ringing right now. Okay, so even spirit is like, yes, like say it. So yes, please be careful that you're not over exhausting yourself when you are trying to manifest, when you are trying to do this type of work and like attract something. Or it's like, you don't overdo it. Okay, know your limits, know what you do deserve, know your worth. Because even when you're manifesting, you can kind of forget your own worth. And this shit is for you. So, excuse my language, but yes. And law of assumption. Now, I don't know too much about it. I have a sister who does it. But I just feel like, again, it's like you're not really living in reality. You're not really being in the present moment. And you just kind of forget about the things that you have already and stuff. So, for those who don't know what law of assumption is basically you assuming that you're already where you are. Kind of like being delusional. Well, it is being delusional. You're basically being delusional. That's law of assumption. Again, I'm not judging no one in their techniques or whatever. Whatever works for you, works for you. Whatever doesn't, doesn't. This is just my opinion. This whole episode is frankly based off my opinion and my experiences. So, again, take how you want, take whatever resonates. Law of assumption is basically being delusional. You are assuming that you're rich. You're assuming that you have this person that you want. You're assuming that you're living in a place that you want to live in. Does that sound unhealthy to you? That sounds completely unhealthy. Like why would you do that? Like, why would you create this image in your mind? Again, take whatever resonates. Create this image in your mind and pretend that you are living in a 3-foot story house in like Los Angeles, drinking champagne every night. It's like you completely forget where you are. You completely forget about the things you have right now. You're forgetting who you are. You're forgetting you're forgetting who you are. You're pretending. You're not even being grateful for what you have already. Like, I know a lot of people, this world is so obsessed with living lavish and living in luxury. And there is nothing wrong with luxury and wanting to live in luxury. But when it gets to the point where you're assuming and pretending that you're somewhere else to feel like that, that's a little crazy. Again, I'm not judging you. I just feel like, to me, in my opinion, it's very unhealthy to think like that. So, I just, like I said, I feel like that can be an extreme dark side of manifesting, because people get caught up in their heads. They get caught up in their own desires, and they forget the now. They forget the present moment. They forget that life is just as luxurious as it is the way it is. You know, you don't have to have so much cars and money and all this jewelry and all of this. You know, you don't have to look like this to be where you want to be. Like, I'm literally living, I could live as luxurious as I want to with where I am right now. And y'all, if y'all keep hearing like muffling going on, it's this inflatable chair I'm sitting in. I got it from 5 and Below. And I'm sitting pretty right now, okay? Like, don't lose yourself. That's all I'm saying. Do not lose yourself trying to become something else, trying to get what you want. Because people will take it to the extremes. There are some people who don't know when to come back down to earth. There are some people who don't know how to get grounded with their manifestations. And it can lead to dangerous situations. So, yes, please just, all I'm asking is for you to be aware of what you want, and be aware, be kind to yourself and to other people, and yeah, always stay grounded and be faithful. Okay, if you're not where you want to be, just be faithful and be grateful. Gratitude is the happiest mood. I don't know if y'all listen to Landrea, whatever his name is. Y'all should definitely go listen to him. He's a very positive artist. I'll say that his music is very positive, because I don't know him as a person, but his music is very positive to me. So yeah, and if you are struggling with your manifestations, journal, express how you feel, be honest with yourself, because I know that actually helps. I know I was manifesting something, and it's being delayed at the moment, and I just started journaling. Like, I started being honest with the way my delays of my manifestation makes me feel, and it honestly, it makes me feel hopeless. It makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong, and it hurts my heart. So, but once I started being honest with myself, like, it actually started to come in. So I'm also, being honest with yourself helps. Just really expressing yourself, being authentic, being you. Okay, like I said, be the most authentic self you can be, because God sees you. I'm gonna just say that. God definitely sees you. All you need to do is see yourself. Like, how you see yourself is what's really important. So yeah, this is all I have for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I don't want to keep you guys on here for too long. I also have to be somewhere. So and this is also my first YouTube video. So yes, those who are listening on Anchor, I'm also recording my face, and it's pretty. Okay, I look amazing right now. Side note, my sister did my makeup. I don't even do makeup. Okay, this is how serious I wanted to be about this. Okay, so yes, and I look amazing. I got on a whole silk shirt. Yeah, and I did my hair. I did bantu knots in the front, but like on the back, I braided it, and it kind of did not turn out how I wanted it to be. But it's still giving very much me. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm obsessing over myself right now, because Leo is in Venus, and my Venus is in Leo. So if you don't know what that is, please look that up, because I'm not going to explain it. And yeah, thank you guys for listening. Next Thursday, I will be giving a snippet of a book that I am writing, and it is about the Queen of Shadows. It is a fantasy fiction type of energy. It was just something I was playing with my imagination, and I just decided to let my imagination explore and just get out there. So that is something that I'm excited to share with you guys next Thursday. And yeah, thanks for listening, and thank you for watching.